So she makes her, God damn it, she makes her fucking decision of who the winner is, and he's like super stoked, and she goes, but my secret is I have a dick. And yeah, and she was like, I was born male and I still have my penis. And all the dudes behind him that had just lost just start cracking up and smacking each other on the back and like doubling over in laughter and just losing their shit. And the guy that won's face went from like super happy to just like mortified. He's like, this is on live fucking television. I signed up for this. Holy shit. It was just back in like super like homophobic transgender era.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, he ended up saying no and he didn't take it. He like bounced, but he actually sued the show afterwards for basically like damages. Number one being like his reputation and fucking all the shit. And the girl was fine as hell.
So we're not going to do that intro to every one of these. But I'm just going to keep it random and fucking entertaining for you guys, okay? I was just telling a story. She was telling me a story. I was telling a story about a MoonTribe rave I was at out in Bishop, California, the STD capital of America. So I've heard. Like, Mammoth Mountain's about an hour drive from there, so I'd assume, you know, tourists meet up in, like, you know, Bishop, California, and fuck each other, no protection, and pass along diseases, etc. It goes up to Mammoth, then it goes up to Canada, and then like globally. I don't know. Chlamydia is probably made in a test tube in a lab in Pasadena, California, where I grew up. Anyways, ask me anything, bro, and I'll answer. I mean, you know, keep it rated R-ish. You know what I'm saying? But just ask me shit, and this is, you know, it's gonna go. It's not live right now. It's recording right now.
Tell me about that time you were fucking spun out and that broad worked you for a U-Haul truck.
Oh shit! When I was spun out and this broad works me for a U-Haul truck. So, you know, I'd pick her up from her boyfriend's apartment in East LA, drive her to my place.
That's right.
Smash. And like her boyfriend even called me and was like, dude, I just wanted to say thank you for always coming through for me and my girlfriend. I was like, bro, of course. Like, I got you, fam. No fucking worries. So this bitch, she called me and was like, hey, I need you to come to U-Haul, and you know, you don't need to co-sign for me, but you just need to show your driver's license. So if I like, basically she needed me to like drive it off the lot for her, and then.
So co-sign.
So co-sign, right? And I was so fucked up on my fentanyl and methamphetamine diet. I let that happen. And kombucha. I let that happen. I decided to kick, right? And I put my phones on mute, and I literally sleep for like 72 hours straight. And I never sleep when I'm kicking. For some reason, I sleep when I kick fentanyl, though. Like, day 4, I'm puking my guts out. Day 4 only. The other days. Yeah, so she's banging on my door, like, where have you been? I let her in. I'm like, fuck. Like, I had, like, a little bit left. And she's, you know, eyeing everything around my room like fucking weirdo tweaker thieves do, you know? So I ended up popping a Xan. I fell asleep. This bitch slid my diamond ring. I had a platinum, white gold diamond ring and a yellow gold pinky ring. She slid my rings off my fingers and took off. And I knew she was gone because this bitch was parking the U-Haul like down the street from my crib at the time. And about a month later, I get a you know, a thing in the mail from U-Haul saying I owe them like $2,700 for never returning their fucking U-Haul truck. So that's that story. Hey, yo! Ask me another question. He's coming. Hold on.
Let's see.
You didn't even stay for the answer. What the fuck?
Yeah, I had to go pick up my shit from the door. Let's see. Let's see, sir. Tell us.
Let's go.
Well, tell us about the first time you ever went to rehab.
First time I ever went to rehab.
Yeah.
Inpatient?
Just the first time you had to get like in touch with the program, get introduced to it, and realize like, hey, this will be some shit I'm gonna be dealing with for a while.
So I covered that on chapter 1 and 2 already.
Oh, my bad. Harsh luck.
How about the first time I was in a psych ward?
There you go.
Okay. So I made a threat to somebody.
They probably deserved it.
Yeah. I was also, you know, I'd been up for about 4 days shooting powder coke. It's going a little crazy. They called the police on me. I got 5150'd to Glendale Adventist Hospital. And because of my dual diagnosis, you know, too, they put me, whatever, they 5150 me. And I fell in love with this girl. She had a shaved head, like on some Britney Spears shit, for real.
What's wrong with shaved heads?
Nothing.
Everything.
Like, you know, it depends who it is. I'll, you know, yeah. You know? So,
Britney, bitch.
no. This is you. I've never even told y'all this before. So I'm at the psych ward. I fall in love with this girl. She's like cuffed by her ankles and hands to the bench, right? And they're like spoon feeding her. And I'm like, okay, this is definitely my type. She's probably amazing in bed, you know? Yeah, no, like the schizophrenics, the bipolar chicks. Yeah. She starts banging her forehead on the table, dude. To the point where they had to restrain her because she was bruising her head, hitting it so hard. So like later on, I was talking to her in the smoking area outside, and I was like, hey, like, what's going on with you? Like, are you okay? You know, what happened? And she told me that she was infuriated because Eminem,
What?
she said that she is the real Marshall Mathers. And she ghost wrote all of Eminem's lyrics for him. And that she's infuriated because she's stuck in this god-awful dual diagnosis ward and Eminem's making millions off her art.
Well, bro, wouldn't you be mad too?
Yeah.
I'd be hella pissed. And like, I was like, what? You wrote Eminem's lyrics? Like, she was even more attractive at that point.
So she's the real Slim Shady?
She is the real Slim Shady. This white girl with a shaved head at the psych ward in Glendale Hospital.
I mean, if he's already that famous and he's already that much success and you try to come out and say that, yeah, he'd probably have you put in the psych ward. You're like, bitch, I don't know what you're talking about, but...
We're going to do one more question. Do you want to ask me the last question? The third and final question? Anything you want.
Why don't tiny dogs like you?
Because they have what's called Napoleon syndrome. And, you know, I think that little dogs can just see the gangster in my eyes. Hey, bud. Okay. There he is. You can go on Friend. This isn't Friend Fridays. This is a random questionnaire episode. But yeah, that's why. All right. Last question, bro.
He likes you because you got food.
Last question.
Let's see.
Once you go bald, do you go back?
It can be a two-parter, too.
When did you realize that drug use and being a rapper was not going to be a good balance for you to be productive?
Really, like recently, you know, after Ryan passed away, this whole last year was very dark. And just more confirmation that I can't do what I usually do.
Clarity.
More clarity. I can't do what I do and be successful in anything. You know? It was Ryan. It was Ryan passing. Like, that was like a spiritual bottom for me, an emotional bottom for me. And then going to his memorial, and then everything I'm doing now with these videos, like the Friend Fridays, and just it's holding me accountable. The comments help. Like, I'm so blessed to have fans like y'all, and friends.
So you say Ryan's death was the reason that like kind of pushed you towards that? Was it? Do you think it was a buildup of just like having so many friends die from it, and Ryan was the last straw?
Yeah.
Or was it? I mean, clearly you and Ryan had a good relationship, but I mean, was it just like it was the last straw, or was it just like, was there something different that was specific with his that was eye-opening for you?
Yeah, I mean, he had everything going on for him. You know?
No problem.
And, you know, it's complicated. I can't speak much on his death. But it was very unexpected and very shocking and very sad, dude.
And I feel like it was almost like shock treatment to you.
Yeah, and like
just kind of like snap, like literally like the legitimate like version of snapping someone out of it.
Yeah.
Just being like, holy shit, like stop that.
And when you're using, it's like, even when you're not, like, you're just depression and shit can take you to such a dark place. Like, I have, if I died, there would be so many people at my funeral, bro. You know? And I really didn't think that before when I was using. Like, I really thought I was just alone here and, like, no one loved me and poor me and the fucking self-pity bullshit.
You get stuck in the woe with me shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And, I don't want to go out like that, bro.
Yeah, that's not you at all.
I'm either going to go out successful or murdered by the LAPD in the middle of the streets of LA. Thank you, guys. Any questions y'all have for me, leave them in the comments, man. I will gladly answer them. Much love, y'all. Friend Fridays next week will be with Jimmy Hill, a good friend of mine. He has 7 years clean and sober in Alcoholics Anonymous. Yeah.